Hey friends, we are Sarájanée and Annacrizelda, and this is Everything and No Less, the podcast where your favorite long distance best friends talk about everything. From women's sports to Marvel movies to things we love, things we hate, and everything in between. Welcome!
Welcome, welcome. Hey, Anna.
Hey Sarájanée.
How are we doing today?
Good. I'm excited that we're both wearing button ups.
I love that horse. I love yours. I was going to say, I love that color, like kind of the brown ombre
Okay.
navy gray, like very cute.
This is so I'm doing some spring cleaning in my closet,
Hmm.
and I have a set of rules that are random and absolute. And so I was like, one of my rules is if I haven't worn it and it's been more than one season, I have to donate it. But this shirt has made it through three or four cycles of that. I'm like, no, I'm
Okay.
gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it. And so I was in my closet trying to decide what to wear today, and I saw it. I was like, Anna, if you don't wear this today, right now, it's going to the Goodwill. So I'm wearing it so I can save it from the Goodwill.
Congratulations, you did it.
I
You did
did
it.
it. I did it.
Yeah, I think I'm just like Chicago's blooming a little bit and I'm in a green mood, springtime vibe. So I was like, we'll go with a little green and white button down. Been giving a lot of t-shirts lately. We'll be back in them probably next week, but we're gonna mix it up today.
Love that.
But
Love
as per
that.
usual, we didn't talk about it, and I love that. I
I
think
love
that's
that for
phenomenal.
us. So good.
Phenomenal for else. Listener notes. I have a couple, and I'm the listener, and I do the notes.
Go
We talked about
ahead.
horror movies, and I think I've seen and heard just a couple of them. One was traveling, and so like the airport in general, as we've discussed often, is a horror movie, but maybe because the weather is warming up, I just saw a lot of skin and toes, and I just don't think that your toes should be out in the airport. If you can help it, like the choice to wear flip flops, I'm just like, yikes, yikes, yikes. Please tell me. I don't know. There's just not enough surface and protection between everything that happens on an airport floor in your body. And that was a horror movie for me. That was one.
It no, that's absolutely a horror movie. Here's the thing. If I have my toes out in the airport and somebody runs over my toes with their suitcase,
It's
I
all
will
bad.
I will crash out.
What if you trip and your flip flop gets stuck and then you have your bare heel on the dirty bathroom airport bathroom floor? Horrendous. Horrendous.
horrendous.
I can't. I can't.
So bad. So
Um,
bad.
there was also a couple of chaperones traveling with what appeared to be an elementary age, definitely not more than sixth grade group of 20 to 30 kids. And I was like, who bless them, they're saints and whatever they're taking these kids on, probably, hopefully. But to be those two adults, responsible for that large group of children, horror movie, a little bit of a horror movie.
Horror movie. Horror
Keeping
movie.
track of their stuff,
Oh my
wherever you're
god.
going, just being in the airport, manning the bathroom flow. I was tired for them.
The vicarious stress, yeah, the travel documents, all of their stuff, all of the dynamics. I used to get so stressed when we would go to field trips to the zoo. So I can't
Yeah.
even imagine taking that show on the road.
Changing location.
No.
I did
No.
appreciate that they were all wearing the same color T-shirt. I was like, that helps to be like, that's one of ours. That's not. That is
Oh
right.
man.
That's gotta help. But that was very wild. Have you seen any horror movies out in the wild?
I think Modern Life is just a horror movie lately. It's just it's terrible. It's really bad out here. You know what I really don't like is when people overfill their garbage bins and all the trash is spilling out. That's a horror movie to me. I'm like, and it happens semi regularly in my neighborhood. I also hate walking the dogs on trash day because it smells really bad because there's a lot of young families in my neighborhood, and with that comes diapers. And so it's the smell is really, it's just not what you want. It's a horror movie.
When it's getting hot, yeah, I can imagine just sitting there. Oh no, and humid. Don't
It's
need it.
bad. It's bad. I mean, bless the sanitation workers because that is not an easy job.
Right. Support their unions, whatever it is, because I'm sure
Hmm.
they're not getting paid enough. What would be enough? What would be enough benefit? I don't know. I don't
Right.
know.
Right.
I don't, but I
Uh,
appreciate that. Modern Life is absolutely a horror movie. There are a lot of horrific things happening. And what else do we do but laugh? But yes, hang in there,
yes.
everybody. We're doing our best.
We are. Another follow up I had from last week, you mentioned the WNBA song. I looked
Yes.
this up and I listened to it, and I did not love it. I did not love it.
Mm-mm.
It's giving like Mambo number 5 energy where you're just like naming people, like naming women.
It's so weird. It's so weird.
It's so weird. And did you also know that on one of Drake's new albums, he's dropped 3 inexplicably? He dropped 3 simultaneously. He has a song called WNBA.
I've
Uh,
heard about the song, but I have not listened to
you
it.
haven't
I don't
listened to
get
it?
to listen to it. I don't think there's anything good in there for the WNBA. It's basketball fans. Like I don't believe. I don't believe.
I think that that is such a fair conclusion to draw. I also think that if you've listened to the Drake catalog, you've listened to this song. Like,
Mm.
I'm a big Drake fan. Top 1% of Drake listeners every year on my Spotify Wrapped, and like I will
Stand by
admit,
it. Hmm.
his new stuff is all it's just like a collage of his old stuff, you
Hmm.
know. And yeah, I mean, like I didn't do a close reading interpretation of the lyrics, but from what I did glean, it's not amazing for women, to no one's surprise.
Yeah, because I mean, again, from the Kendrick Lamar school of like Drake hate, points have been made, and I think it's fair to say that there may be some competition in Drake's like interiorities with women, and so I'm like elite basketball players playing professionally who are also women. I think they're a target group for Drake, even if he doesn't know it. I think they're a target group. Um, and just, yeah, I don't need it. I don't think we need it. I don't think we need that. I don't think we need this like montage. Like every year, the WNBA comes out with these like really wild, kind of creative, intentional quotes there, marketing campaigns. And I'm like, all that people want is to consistently be able to watch the games. You actually don't need to hook us with a theme song. This is not a sitcom. Okay, we don't need it. Like, we just want to be able to log in and watch games in and out of our regions, but definitely in our regions, watch our preferred teams. It's really very simple. And as excited as I am for like the 30th anniversary, I'm like, again, we didn't need a 30th theme song. Okay, like, we just let us be able to watch. Maybe make some old highlights available from all like that. Like, there was definitely a 5 to 7 year period where it was arguably impossible to watch any game. Give us some highlights. What was happening then that we didn't see on ESPN and Sports Center? Like, we're simple.
Hmm.
We can keep it simple sometimes. Do less. Do
Do
less.
less. Do
Yeah.
so much less. But do you think Drake is pulling up to the Toronto Tempo games or no?
I'm sure he will. Should they have him there? I don't know. But like,
Okay,
maybe.
I low key want Marina Mabry to beat his ass. Like literally,
Have a
that would.
bigger crash out.
I want her to like swing on him.
I could see it, but like imagine they play a Kendrick Lamar song
Oh my
during a
god.
tempo game. Who's crashing out more during that game? Marina for any various reason, or Drake because they played that song in Toronto.
Oh my god. Both. I
That
mean,
would
I think both equally.
that would be some epic crash outs to watch. I think
It would make it happen.
I would
Gotta
tune
happen. So good.
I would definitely tune in. Okay, those are our listener notes. For our opening question, I wondered if there's something, and I feel like there is, that you love more about yourself as you've gotten older, as we're now surpassing our mid 30s. That's kind of wild. Thank you to the powers that be for letting us see another day. But what's something you love more about yourself, Anna Criselda?
I love this question. I've been thinking about it a lot. I think that something that I love more about myself as I've gotten older is my decisiveness. Like, I think that
Mm-hmm.
I'm very quick to be like, I like this or I don't like this, or I like
Mm-hmm.
this person or I don't like this person, or I felt weird about that or I didn't feel weird about that. And I think when I was younger, it was very much like, oh, should I rush to judgment
Mm-hmm.
on, XYZ. But as I've gotten older, I've learned that my intuition is very, very sharp. Like it's correct 99% of the time. And I think that that decisiveness has really helped me cut out a lot of things from my life that I didn't like and
Mm-hmm.
weren't right for me. And I think, it's something that I take a lot of pride in as I get older, right? Like I think it's also not only being decisive, but being okay with what you decide, right? I've
Totally.
decided that I am going to keep being a Drake listener. I love that for me.
Listen, we were reminded last week when Caitlin Clark walked out with Morgan Whalen, and don't love it. We'll get started. We can go there at another point. But I heard a couple of like commentators that I followed. They were like, "Hey, we all got a toxic fave, and we don't not like we don't necessarily want our toxic fave on blast." And I agree with that. I would also just say that some of us aren't like out here co-signing our toxic fave in a public forum when we have a major platform. But anyways, all of that is to come back and say we gotta like you gotta know what you like and we gotta stand by it a little bit and just understand the consequences or the not even consequences, but the bigger things. And as long as we know that and we're not pretending that it's something different, onward. Okay, Future is gonna keep getting me hype in the gym. Okay, all right, and listening to Future is gonna keep helping me channel my inner villain when the people be trying me, so I can just put it out and listening to that song and some like heavy head nodding. Um, but anyways, I appreciate that, and I do love your decisiveness. I think you're also like extend that to others when it's like with your affirmations of just like, hey, trust what you want. Don't have to explain it. I appreciate that a lot. I think it's an invitation for other people to do the same and trust their intuition as well.
What about you? What do you love about yourself as you've gotten older?
I mean, for some reason, I mean, I think there's like certainly some intuition and kind of inner knowing that I am coming to appreciate and trust. But two other things that kind of just came to mind. One was like humor. Again, I crack myself up, and I think I really learned to embrace that.
It's an amazing answer. It's
I
so
think I'm
good.
very funny, and I think I used to be like, "Oh, I'm not that funny." Now I'm like, "No, you are."
What a riot I am.
I am hilarious. And I think I am able to like use that in ways that just like, I don't know, can take down the stakes of things. And that's like stakes that I'm like raising for myself, but then also even in like work based on the kind of work that I do and just like really center humanity when it's just like, hey, we're talking about like the ways that white supremacy is wild. And, you know, at my job on any given moment and like just being able to use some humor in those moments is like, yes, because we black people in particular, not in particular, but like any oppressed group have always used humor, have always laughed, right? And so just I think that like recognizing that in myself and honoring it has like helped me try to take some of the stakes off in ways that I tend to put pressure. And then I think, and I don't know if this is like totally what the question is asking, but just in learning and leaning into like some of those ancestral ties and connections, like that's really something I love and appreciate about myself. Just the ways I feel and the moments I feel connected to my people, chosen and like biological. That's something I really am loving more and more every day. Like, hey, we good out here. We done done a lot of things and we doing all right and we're making it. I'm really proud to kind of be in that tradition of my grandmothers, my aunts, my cousins, all of that, you name it.
I love that for you.
Yeah,
You've always been funny, though.
thank you. I just think I didn't appreciate it. I think I was like, there are funnier people than me. And now I'm like, are there? There are.
I think
I
it's
mean,
important. I think it's important we have this contemporaneous record of
you
how
know,
funny you are.
of course there are. I'm just saying, in my head, I really think I make myself laugh and like just leading into moments when I have an urge to be like silly or do something silly. I think it's helping. It's good for me. And yeah, just take, like I already said, take the pressure off. And I want to do more of that in the world. There's a whole lot of pressure. There's a lot of things we need to be serious
Hmm.
about. But like sometimes we just got to laugh because what is even going on? You know, what is even
Hmm.
going on?
What is even going on? No, it's so important because I do feel like there is a part, like an era of everyone's life where they're super, super serious.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, of course it's important to be serious in certain moments, but there's also just like the idea that modern life is ridiculous. Like there's
It
just
is
like
so absurd.
it's like ridiculous things happening all the time. Like,
Mhm.
gotta laugh.
Got to take it off. Like we do our best, but we're not that important. It's all gonna be okay, hopefully. And if not, we're gonna have to deal with that when it comes. But like, yeah, trying to break up all of the intense feelings as a big, like self-proclaimed, like big feeling woman, big feeling
Hmm.
girl. Like we gotta have some of the light ones in there too, in those big
Hmm.
feelings. That's a great opening question though. And it's like an invitation, I think, to think about it, even just going into the
Hmm.
next few days, like, oh, this is something that I love about myself. Oh, I just had another one. I love my love of flowers, peony
Oh,
soup, just sharing it for the good of the greater public.
beautiful.
Yeah. Love my ability to prioritize that and say, we're gonna have us some fresh flowers and we're gonna love it. We're gonna love the dopamine hit.
I love that. I love that. I always think about it, but then I never buy the fresh flowers. But I do think about it
Try
sometimes.
it. Next time you're, well, y'all don't have a lot of Trader Joe's. I was going to say, next time you're near a Trader Joe's, they tend to have good quality, sustainably, responsibly sourced, reasonable
Oh,
prices. So check them out. Check
I
them out
will.
next time you're near one.
They're building a brand new Trader Joe's close to us, which is very bold of them
Mm.
to open. I think they're opening across from an HEB. So
Okay, then. We'll
Joe
see.
said, "I'm not afraid."
Right. Right. I like that. All right. We'll see how it works out. We'll see how it works out.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
For sure.
Okay, should we get into what we're watching this week?
Yes. 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 We got to
Okay,
start with hacks.
gotta start with hacks. All right, so what have you been loving? What have you been thinking about while you're watching it?
I'm finally caught up. I appreciate how I think they've done a good job with managing Deborah's, what is it, like embargo? I don't know. The fact that she can't
Mm.
perform publicly, it hasn't felt too stale for me yet. What are you loving? And then we got to talk about the episode where Ava and
Oh my
Deborah
God.
pretended to be in a relationship. But what are you loving or hating generally?
Okay. I mean, I'm loving all of it. A couple very specific things. When they go meet with the VC guy to
Hmm.
when he's talking about putting Deborah's like voice and AI or her jokes into the AI model, the way that Ava looked in that dress with her hair blown out,
It's stunning.
exquisite. I was like, wow,
Stunning.
she is beautiful. I mean, she's obviously a beautiful woman, but the way they did her up was fabulous. No notes.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then her trying to get off the couch in that tight ass dress, like, oh my God, so
Relatable
relatable.
content.
So relatable. She's like going sideways. Amazing.
These
Um,
dresses are not made for movement.
no, those bandage dresses, my gosh. The second thing I'm loving is Kayla and Jimmy's friendship this season. It's
Hmm.
really good.
Hmm.
Really, really good. I don't know if you've seen any of the social media content. I guess they're on kind of like a press tour for hacks. And so they've been doing like little interviews and stuff. And the actors have very similar chemistry, just like in the world as they
I can
do
see that.
on the
Hmm.
show. They recently went to a Knicks game together. I just love them. I think it's great. It's a beautiful intergenerational bestie
Yes, the
moment.
evolution of it, them like finding more tender moments, and you can kind of see when they're both choosing or leaning into like, hey, I have to share a little bit more here. I have to listen a little bit more here. I think that's been a really beautiful depiction of friendship.
It's beautiful. It's so good. But yes, let's get into that episode.
I was hollering. I was hollering from the moment Deborah pretended and like didn't tell her till the last minute, like, oh, by the way, they think we're in a relationship. I was like, wildness. Just as they're answering the door.
It's yeah. I mean, it's funny because it's like I've seen interviews from past like press tours for Hacks where the actress who plays Ava talks about how a lot of like the fans were asking for Ava and Deborah to like get into a relationship. Like there's like a lot
Hmm.
of like there's a lot of energy between them, and people thought that perhaps the show would put them like together romantically. So I think it was nice that this episode like exists because I think it's a nod to like the fans who like have this
One
fantasy of the sapphic romance between Ava and Deborah. But the antics that unfolded in that house, like I was screaming,
Ava went for
screaming.
broke, and I was like, as you should, if a friend puts you in this position. But hilarious when like they made the
Hilarious.
joke, or I guess maybe this was before. No, I think it's when they're in the house and she's like, "Well, she's always a little grumpy when this hand is out of commission, like her wrist is broken." I could not, I could not. Like Deborah's body humor, I guess, or like body language, and like seeing how much she tenses up in those moments made it even more funny because she's like, "What have I done? What have I done to myself?"
I know it's so funny. It's so well written. Like the jokes are hysterical, and then at the end when Deborah tries to come clean and they like don't believe her, it's
Right,
she's like they're like you're obviously in a relationship. Just get
right,
out.
right.
So
Take the
funny.
dress, get out, and they're like, "This is so sad." She can't embrace herself. No, that was very, very funny.
Oh my God. It's probably one of my favorite episodes of Hacks, I think, ever. It's
I think so
really
too.
good.
Definitely this season, but probably ever.
Oh my
Very
God. So, so good. Really good.
great. Okay, tell us what else you're watching.
I am watching Jersey Shore Family Vacation, the final season,
How
and
you're loving it?
I'm loving it. I love it. I've watched every season of Jersey Shore
Mhm.
ever. And here's the thing. Okay, first I want to tell you about a crazy moment that happened on the show. And then
Mhm.
I'm going to tell you why I think that this show is actually like awesome. Okay, so the first thing, there is a woman on the show called Angelina.
Mhm.
Angelina is a mess. She's always been kind of like the outcast of the group. She left after the original series, season 2, and then like has kind of been on the outskirts, but now is like more of a main cast member. All right. So Mike, the situation is having a birthday party for his 1-year-old daughter in the private room of an Italian restaurant. And
Mhm.
Angelina cannot stand when events are not about her, when her drama is not at the center. And so she is talking to Sam, who's another
Mhm.
cast member, and she's telling her how she has been having a ton of unprotected sex because she wants to be pregnant like Sam is. Sam is currently pregnant.
Okay. Mhm.
And so Sam is like, well, one way you could figure out if you're pregnant is if you take a pregnancy test. And so Angelina to this Italian restaurant where Mike's daughter is having her first birthday party, door dashes like
No.
5 pregnancy tests. And
No.
she takes them in the bathroom.
Absolutely not.
Okay, but here's the thing, because like Sam is like, well, you have to take more than one, so that she bought 5. But like usually when you take more than one pregnancy test, you have to get different brands, right? Why did
Mhm.
this woman buy like 10 clear blue pregnancy tests? She's like, they all say the same thing. I'm like, of course they are saying the
Right. They're
same thing.
testing the same
It's
things
the
in the same
same.
way.
Yes. Anyway, amazing. Like to take a pregnancy test at a 1-year-old's birthday, at your friend's 1-year-old birthday party is
Not before, not after.
like you're not well. I love it.
No, no.
Amazing. Incredible. Okay. Okay. So the thing I love about the show, I was thinking about this the other day. Okay, so obviously there's the original run of the show that
Mhm.
everybody knows about, where they like, have all these like crazy drunk antics. Like it's this wild era of reality television where they're showing everything.
Right, right.
Like there's arrests, there's blackouts, there's like fights, like it's just madness. Like if you watch the
Mhm.
early seasons of Jersey Shore, it's very much like I can't believe they put this on television. I cannot believe they filmed this and put this on
Mhm.
television. It's very America's Next Top
I
Model,
was gonna
right?
say that top model era where it was just go for
Yeah.
broke, no boundaries, no
For
rules.
broke. For broke, okay? So they all have that footage out there, and that's out there for the rest of time, okay? It just
Mhm.
exists. Their children are going to watch it someday, and they're going to have to reckon with that. Um, but what's incredible about Jersey Shore Family Vacation is it actually has been on the air longer than the original Jersey Shore. And
Interesting. I did
so,
not know that.
for as much footage as there is of them like blacking out and like punching each other and like brawling, there is also an equal amount of footage of them becoming parents, buying houses, starting businesses. They're still doing their like fighting and weird stuff, but like you have like this counterbalance of like there is also an equal amount of like I came out of this, I have this huge house, I got married, I got sober, I wrote a book, I ran a
Mhm.
marathon. And I'm like, isn't that just what we all want, is to like
That's
live
beautiful.
to
Yeah.
live beyond our worst years and have there be more context to our lives than just the worst things we've ever done.
Yeah. Room to grow. That's like a really awesome framing for that kind of long-term reality run when it happens, I guess, like the ability to have, yeah, just room to grow, to change, to evolve, to look back, to look forward. A lot of humanity there.
Yeah. And that's why I
Are you
love that
gonna
show.
miss it? Are you gonna miss it? Are you gonna go back and like watch reruns when this final season airs?
Well, I always watch the reruns. Like sometimes they'll just run old seasons and I'll just watch
Uh-huh.
it. I'm like
Hmm.
in it. I love reruns.
Me too. I did not know there was like there would be Jersey Shore marathons, but I'm glad. I'm glad that they do that for you and that you can look forward to that even when this season ends.
Yes. But enough about Jersey Shore. Tell me what you're watching.
I mean, never enough. If you like it, I like it. I watched this weekend Nemesis on Netflix, which is a crime thriller dramedy. I don't know that it was supposed to be funny, but I did laugh. Featuring Matthew Law from Abbott Elementary, Ava's boyfriend, and Elon Noel, who I
Okay.
believe was on Insecure. So if nothing else, I was like, hey, they got the eye candy part down. Let's see.
Oh
And
my God, is
very
that
quickly,
Daniel?
yes, yes,
Love.
who we know I loved. Um, Very quickly, it is clear that the dialogue is terrible. Like, just terrible. Nobody speaks this way. I'm like, is this based on a book? Because, like, again, even in book dialogue, it would be bad. And it's set in LA. There is a kind of up and coming inspector detective who is trying to avenge another police officer who was killed before the show, and on like his counterpart, his nemesis is the like lead of or the head of this four-man robbery crew that do these like huge heists. And I think that's where we opened. What I will say is the music is really good. I'm like, so the budget was there. We just maybe should have put a little bit more of that budget or time into writing, workshopping some of the dialogue, because it's just again not how people speak generally, let alone in Los Angeles, I think. What do I like about it? Again, the eye candy. What don't I like about it? Maybe just the fact that like you can see where things are going, right? Like there's a teenager who plays basketball, and you're like, okay, so this person's either gonna like die or have their basketball career threatened, and like it does happen. It's just very predictable, really unruly. The police officer is horrible to his wife and son. Like they are just begging him to come home, and he's like, I can't. Got to go work this case because I got to avenge my fallen comrade. Like
They never go
they're
home. They never
never
go.
go home.
They
They're
never go.
inside people, the like crime folks. You're like, I think we're supposed to root for them, but one of the four-member crew is just ridiculous. Like, does everything to get caught. Okay, like everything to get caught. But then again, I watched the whole thing. I want to say it was like 8 episodes, and I was just like, we're in it now. We're just gonna see how spot on my projections and assumptions, were. And they are very close. I think there's going to be a season 2, and I had that moment where I was like, they're not going to wrap this up, are they? No,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to run it back. Am I going to watch a season 2? Probably. Do I hate that for me? Yes. But here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. So funny.
It wouldn't be the worst thing to watch though if you're looking for something like put it on, just low stakes. And I think it was might have been better on than Man on Fire. Do I mean that? I don't know, but maybe a little. Gotta sit with that one for a little bit. But if you just need something in the background, they're on Nemesis. Like it's good to see them in a couple different roles. And yeah, this Netflix action drama era is like really always really an interesting space, entertainment space.
I love that. Yeah, it's so funny. I mean, I haven't like traveled in a while, and I usually when I travel I'll download one of these kind of shows to
Mm-hmm.
watch. And then I'll quickly realize that this is not a show to be watched with great attention like you would on a plane where there's nothing else going on. Like this is a show that you should like be scrolling while
Mm-hmm.
you watch it, because it's like if you give it too much attention, it's like just falls to pieces. You're like, what's
Yes.
happening?
It's like a good one to put on like while you're packing for a trip, right? Or like
Mm,
moving around, getting a couple things ready. Because if you miss a minute, you're like, okay, no biggie. That's fine. That's fine.
right, right.
I'm also watching Off Campus, and it's on Prime. It's like set in a college. I have no idea what the buzz is, but I think it's based on like a romance book, and it's cute. It's fun. It's catchy. It feels kind of like a hetero counterpart to Heated Rivalry. Did you watch that?
No, I did not.
Highly recommend Heated Rivalry. It was
Okay.
so sweet and so tender, like but like just beautifully. The love story aspects of it were really tender, and like it unfolded in a way that was like, oh, I'm rooting for them, and just kind of like
It's
how
a
they
sports
developed the
romance?
character.
What
And they
sport?
are hockey, but you
Oh.
don't have to know hockey, and that's why it's interesting to me. I'm like, oh, that's a different world. Let's see. Maybe it's like kind of white mess, which we know I'm a fan of. We've established that, but definitely like they're fun, like easy watches. Well, Off Campus has like a couple of like dark notes, but
Okay.
they handle them fairly responsibly, just in like the individual characters' kind of backstory. Like, ouch, okay, gotcha. But I think they're handling fairly responsibly. But I would definitely recommend Heat of Rivalry.
Okay.
Everybody should watch that. I
Maybe
do.
I will.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maybe I will. Okay. Love that. Love us watching stuff.
Plenty to watch, plenty to see.
Plenty to watch. My favorite show of all time is actually also on Amazon Prime. It's have you heard of the show Fleabag by Fleabag?
Yes,
Have you seen
actually,
it?
yeah, I just rewatched it
Oh my
actually earlier
God.
this year. Maybe it was like ankle rehab, but it holds up.
It's like literally it's so good. I have the hard copy like script, the book where it's just the script of Fleabag. I love that show.
It's
That
very
show is
good.
it's I quote it every day.
I can see that. I can see that. Very good.
Every day. So good. Oh.
This is how we need to build the pods like lexicon of phrases. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
Fleabag would have plenty of things in there too.
Yeah. I feel like yeah, maybe we should do a Fleabag episode because that show is everything.
There's plenty to get into in friendship,
Oh my
family.
God.
Yeah, it's very rich.
Everything. Oh my God. The best. The best. Okay. Moving on to our topics on friendship. So, this is something that we often talk about just between the two of us, but I don't know that we've ever covered it on the pod. And it's this idea of eldest daughter core. So, the characteristics, habits, beliefs, ways of being that we have from being the eldest daughter, and the ways in which that shows up in our life and particularly in our friendships. So I'd be curious to know, how do you feel like this manifests for you, and how do you feel like it manifests in your friendships?
It's a great question. And I'll say this like it's timely. I've seen it, maybe it's just like where my algorithms have been a lot of this content when I've been like on social media, and a lot of it has to deal with like eldest daughters like healing from their roles and releasing some responsibilities, and then like some stereotypes about like relationships that I've like been sitting to Aiden like, is this you? Is this how you feel? Okay, great, let me know. But I definitely think that it has a factor, probably has had a factor. I think it shows up in my life generally, just in terms of maybe some like I often wonder, am I really, or was I always meant to be a type A personality, or did it just happen because I was born first into my particular family and like, felt a need or responsible, or was like given the responsibility of like planning and holding things together. And so I think those like organizational routines, maybe even some of the rituals probably come a little bit from that eldest daughter situation. But I think, and I hope maybe in my like friendships and relationships, that it also like comes through with just some nurturing and caring and like really rooting for people in my life, and like wanting to support their dreams, and remembering the things, like, or trying to remember, because heaven knows it doesn't always work, but like wanting to remember the big occasions, the little occasions, and just kind of be in people's support corners. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that, all of that resonated with me. I do feel like that's such a funny thought about being type A. Like, am I type A because this is how I'm meant to be, or is this a trauma response? Um,
Exactly.
yeah, I mean, like, I know, like, for me, classically, it shows up as hyper independence. Like, I don't
Mhm.
need help. I'll do it myself.
If you
Big,
don't do it right now, fine. I gave you an opportunity.
right. If you
I
don't
got
do
to
it on the timeline that is living in my head,
go. Mhm.
I will do it. So definitely hyper independence. I think for sure this for me shows up in like taking responsibility for how other people feel. Big thing to heal from.
Big, big,
Like
big. Yeah.
it's a big thing to be like, other adults are responsible for their own experience and emotions, and I don't have to step in and make sure everything is okay before they even voice a need or a concern.
I don't have to
Um,
plan for it. I'm not responsible. It is hard.
It is hard, and it's not something that I'm proficient at yet, but we're working,
Mhm.
we're moving.
Right.
And I think for in terms of how this shows up in friendships, I just want to say that I definitely see that and feel that from you in friendship, like the support, the remembering things. Like I know that you will remember when I'm celebrating a big victory and when I'm doing little things. So I appreciate that. But I do think, the other side, the dark side of that coin is the kind of like feeling like you need to be, as an eldest daughter, on top of every detail all the time. And that's why you're able to like keep track of like everything in that way. I feel like I'm similar with my friends where I try to keep track of like what they're doing, if they have like a big weekend coming up, if they have any big projects going on. And I know that that is a good part of it. But I do also think that the over responsibility is a big thing that happens for me in friendships as well. Like, if you feel like someone is not having a good time at the dinner you're at, or like if you're on a trip and you feel like, whenever I'm on a trip with people, I always worry about if like other people are having enough fun. And I know that that's not logical. Like, it's like, like obviously people are responsible for their own experience, especially if you guys are all on a vacation together. And like a negative emotion on a vacation is not a dispositive death knell, right? Like
Yeah.
everything is okay, everything is fine. But I do worry about that when I go on trips. I'm like, are people having fun? It's like,
It's hard. It's really, really hard. And I think you're right. It's like some of those, what are they, like automated thought patterns or like probably behaviors too. Like, hey, is everybody good? Is there someone that I need or something that I need to be doing? Right. Just even the question, right? Again, regardless of what other people are doing or saying or not doing or saying, it's just like the question I think sometimes can be tiring, right? Like, why am I
mm-hmm,
even wondering that? And like what that slippery slope, that thin line between like being aware and being conscientious and trying to be a thoughtful friend versus like getting into the pre feelings, the pre anticipatory behaviors, right? That like can put more responsibility and more onus than is due or than anybody is asking for. That
mm-hmm,
definitely resonates for me too. And I would also just say probably in the rules that I put on myself, for sure it shows up like this has to be this particular way in order to prevent or allow who knows what, but like they are very, I think, rock solid in my brain often. And then I'm like looking at the world and I'm like, why do they do that way? That is not the rule. And it's like there have been times or whatever when I'm like in the house or in the kitchen doing something, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't make the rules. And then Aiden and I will both be like, yes, you did. I'm like, okay, still gonna go with it, but yes, like just the awareness, like, hey, this is a rule you made up, or maybe we're told, or developed in response to something else. But it can be a lot of pressure for sure. But it's one of those things that I think also realizing like anything in life, for every good or bad, it's just kind of two sides of a different coin or the same coin. I don't even know what the appropriate like phrase or metaphor is there, but just trying to be able to hold both of it and be aware of like kind of what's driving and how it's showing up. Because I think there was a period where it's like, oh, I got to get rid of that, or I have to stop doing all of that. But it's like, actually, I do want to be able to like hold details for my friends, right? And so how do I pair that with not being like responsible or putting too much pressure on myself or shaming or blaming myself if I forget something or something falls through. um,
mm-hmm,
yeah, just trying to be able to hold both of those realities is, I think, where I'm at in my journey with grace
mm-hmm.
and patience.
Do you find that most of your friends are also eldest daughters, or do you find yourself gravitating to folks who are in a different place in the birth order?
Interesting. I think, huh, there was a period when if like everyone wasn't an eldest daughter, everyone was like an older sister to a brother, which I thought was like really fascinating in and coming out of college. And I think now it's probably predominantly older siblings. At least one or two folks are in the middle sibling kind of range, which is still like there's an older sister, maybe not the eldest function that happens there. But I'm thinking about my friends who are like the youngest siblings, but I think that the roles that they play in their family, ironically, are like very similar to the like older
Mm,
sibling, and that they are the caregivers, they are the like rememberers, the holders, the people that like, hey, we're gonna bring this together, let's do this thing, let's try to make this happen, and probably working on some of those patterns for their own self. But that's interesting because I'm like, I think overall yes, and even the exceptions, if that's like the right word, like they still are performing a very similar role though, and so I don't know how the like birth
mm.
order affects that, right? Like what happened in their dynamic. But I'm like, but how I think they show up and talk about, what they're doing in their families, it's very similar.
Right.
to the older sibling role, even if they are the youngest.
Hmm. Yeah, I would say I have a mix. I have a mix. I have a few. I have one very close friend who is a youngest,
Hmm.
which is interesting, but similar to what you're saying, I don't find that I feel like the role that she plays in her family is very much like not of that. What or the I guess like the stereotypes you would have about that. I do feel like I have had friends in the past who have displayed like kind of the younger sibling mentality. I think that the thing that drives me craziest about that is when someone says something and then they kind of expect you to do something about it. Like, oh, we should go here. But then there's no follow up or like, there's no like, I'm going to take the steps to do this
Hmm.
or I'm going to call and make the reservation. Like, it's just like, I'm putting this out there. We've talked about this before. It's like you say something to the air and it's like they are expecting you as the person who has this character trait to then pick it up and be like, all right, we're going to go Friday at 7. Do you know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? That drives me absolutely nuts.
That or the like inability to be like flexible, like, oh well, you were late so we couldn't do anything. It's like that's not true. People are late
Hmm.
all the time. Like I got caught up here. Like you're an adult. Figure it out. You create the new plan, which I think is similar to like
Yeah.
what you're describing there. Like, oh well, we had a plan and you said you were gonna do this and then you weren't available in this particular way. So now we just had to like sit and now I'm mad because when it's like, no, you are responsible
Hmm.
again for your own self. I can only do my best. Like
Right. Yeah. The like, that is very younger sibling core to me. It's like getting mad and then like the externalization of your emotional regulation, right?
mm-hmm.
It's like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm upset. Everybody deal with this. Do you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And it's
Yeah.
so for eldest daughters, I feel like it's so the opposite because you just take everything and you internalize it, you shove
Push
it
it down.
down. So,
I'll deal with it later. Fine,
yes,
fine, fine. I'll just
right.
keep
Like
taking.
you just like are absorbing all the blows and you're like, all right, I'm gonna fix this.
Right.
But with people who have that kind of younger sibling mentality, it's like, no, I'm gonna blow up or I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
be upset and like somebody deal with this.
Yes, and even like I've seen it manifest as like, well, why didn't you think to offer to help me in this way, right? And
That
like,
is
like especially I'm thinking like this is like a while ago, but there was like a friend's trip, and it's like, well, if you all were driving down, why didn't you got here early? You could have like offered to do that, and it's like this thing that you didn't say you would need help for, huh?
that
No.
is
Also,
like
the assumption that like help will come will come is like not is foreign to me as an elder daughter.
like literally the
The
most
foreign,
foreign thing. I'm like, no one is coming for me.
no, it is me. I have
It's
to do
me.
it.
I
You
will
remember
do it.
in grad school when I was like finishing my dissertation, I was like, honestly, my memo should be you should have sent help, right? But like never in my mind did it come that I think like somebody was actually gonna send or come send help, let alone
It's
expect it.
you're right. Like the expectation. I've had like friends get mad at me for that. They're like, "Well, you didn't ask about this
Hmm.
thing." That like and I'm like, "What it's just it's so triggering for me because it's just like so like how are you going to get mad at me for not doing something that like you didn't even like verbalize or
Right.
like it's what the expectation to me is
Yes, you
wild.
you never suggested that it would be difficult for you. It's also never something you've offered before, so it's like also not even in my like frame of mind of like, oh, this is like something they do. Because I've read this somewhere like often, in friendships or relationships, people will like show up in the ways that they also want to be shown up for. I don't know if I fully buy that, but it's like
Mm,
always primed me, I think, to or since primed me to be like, okay, well, what are people doing? Maybe that's something that like they will also appreciate. But I'm like something you've never done, never off, didn't ask for, but then I'm supposed to know that's
mm-hmm.
like to just you know burden myself by anticipating what this help will be like. Yeah, can't do it, can't do it.
Can't do it. Heal yourself, younger siblings.
You're gonna be strong, we believe in you.
We believe in you.
And older siblings with younger sibling traits, like everybody work it out, emotionally
Work it
regulate
out.
yourselves wherever
Yeah.
you were born, wherever you ended up in the birth order. Like
Take a deep breath.
number one,
Several.
take a deep breath, figure out what less you can do, what more you can do in ways that are actually helpful, and then relax. Relax, relax, and regulate.
It's okay. Oh,
We'll keep going. We could keep talking about eldest daughter core forever, but I'm sure there'll be more as we move forward. I'm definitely going to have listener notes about that.
oh
And
yes.
I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Please do. Should we get into one of our new recurring segments?
Yes, let's do it.
Um,
Okay.
Weird things
Um,
we love.
Weird things we love. Okay, I'm excited for this. We've been making this list for several weeks.
Yes.
Weird things we love on the internet or otherwise. Okay. Here's one that I hate and I combat daily. Wet socks.
Random sensations. Okay. Oh, sorry, I interrupted you. Wet
No,
socks, hate it. Damp socks, like, mm,
hate.
mm.
Hate. Like this shows up for me for when I after I take a shower and I get dressed for the day and wear my clean dry socks.
Mhm.
And then I walk through the bathroom to the closet and I step in the shower water that is on the floor and I hate it. I have to change the
They
socks.
have to change.
I
They
have
have
to
to
change
change.
it.
For me, I think the common offense, sometimes like when it's rainy, because obviously I'm walking around a lot through the city. And so despite trying to avoid a puddle, you might get a little like splash up. But I think the real offense happens in my kitchen when I like happen to like take my slide off and like someone has, washed their hands and then in moving to the hand towel,
Someone.
someone starts with an A instead.
Who could it
I
be?
don't know. I can't imagine who it is. It's like ghosts in the kitchen, and they like shake their hands, perhaps, or like don't shake them over the sink, and then there's like wet spots on the kitchen floor, and I like have just stepped in because I don't know. Like we have like a little mat, and so sometimes I'll take my slides off before stepping on the mat, and then like there's a damp spot on my sock, and the whole like both socks now have to go, and it's horrendous, and I'm so upset. I don't like it. I hate the feeling of wet socks. It's like similar to wet jeans. It's just not good. It's not good for me.
Oh, wet jeans is bad. That's a bad one.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Okay, yeah. Whew. Okay, what's another random thing, random
Uh,
sensation you hate or love?
One that I love, and I tend to talk rather negatively about my time in Columbus, Ohio, but this was like a cheat code for me because the like sheets would be so cold in the winter. I would like turn my space heater on and pull the covers back so the sheets would be warm when I went
Mm.
to tuck in. And so like warm sheets on like a cold day, fresh sheets, like fresh out the dryer, that is like one of my favorite sensations. Like just warm sheets, clean sheets, top tier.
That is a top tier feeling. The
Hmm.
clean bed sheets is everything. Yeah.
Hmm.
I whenever we used to wash our comforter, I would like take it out the dryer warm and I would like put it on my dog and I feel
Hmm.
like he loved that so much because like
Absolutely.
I would also love to be covered in a blanket that is 20 times my size.
Yes, that's such a treat.
Such
Really
a
and truly a
treat.
treat.
Really and truly such a treat.
Do you have any others, lover, that sensations that you love or hate?
Okay, I need to talk about this. I hate being sweaty and also not knowing if I smell. Like I am a big like smell person. Like I feel like if somebody smells or if something is smelling, like I have a very sensitive
Hmm.
nose and I am just paranoid that like I when I sweat I smell. Erica said I don't, but like I swear to you I am always like, "Oh my God." Like whenever I sweat even a little bit, I'm like, "Do I smell? Like do I
I
smell?"
can't do anything. No, I agree. I'm like very similar. I just assume that I do at this point. I have no idea. Similar to you, Aiden has been like, no, you don't. And I'm like, yes, I do. I
I
have
have
to.
to. I
Like, there's
have
no
to.
way that I don't. And just that like sticky feeling like post workout, I can't do anything else because all I can think about is how I feel. Like people that are like able
Mhm.
to like go for a run, sit at the coffee shop. I love that for you. Enjoy your moment. I can't do it. I have to go. I have to get back inside, clean my body. Like I cannot handle being sweaty and sticky.
Yeah, I get super like I get super out of it when I'm like super super sweaty. Like I
Hmm.
can't even coordinate myself, which I need to get better at because summer is coming in Texas and it's not for the
Yeah,
faint of heart.
No, no, but it's just hard. It's just so uncomfortable.
It is, but I need to strengthen my disposition. It's up to
Outlast the
me.
discomfort. That's going to be it. This is an area where I can outlast this discomfort.
Yes.
Maybe. Maybe. Do you have any other sensations that you love or hate?
Okay. Okay, I have another one. I love clean hair. I love
Mhm.
clean hair. And I say this as somebody who is currently, my hair is filthy. Like it is, I know it doesn't look it because I did a nice little slick back, okay?
Mhm, mhm.
But she's really dirty up there. So right after this, I am going to deep clean my hair, do a little mask, and it's gonna
Love
feel so
that.
good.
I feel you though. Like I love when the scalp is clean, like generally, but especially if I've had braids in and it's just such a like taking them out, it's such a process. But when you get to the other side and you're like, oh wait, my scalp is clean. This is lovely. It's a beautiful thing. It's just the getting there for me. It's like it's never simple. It's because I'm not someone that can just like wash in the shower and go. No shade. That's just not my hair's texture experience, and that's great. We love it over here, but it's just a time to get there. It is earned. It's an earned sensation.
It is. It is an earned sensation for sure. For sure. And you know, it's funny because I remember in college, like when, like one time I was trying to get you to go to the bar with me, and and you were like,
Note it for the record. You all heard it here. Note that. Continue.
and you were like, I can't. I have to wash my hair. And I was like, oh my god, she hates me and doesn't want to be my friend because that's like not a real excuse. But like, okay, let's be honest. Annacrizelda at 21, 20 was not taking care of her hair. All right. We were doing herbal essences. We were 2 minutes flat in the shower,
Mm-hmm.
shampoo and condition. It horrifies me
Mm-hmm.
what my poor hair lived through. And now that I'm someone who like does like a deep wash and like a mask and all of this stuff, I'm like, I understand not being able to do something because the plans are to wash your hair.
It's an activity. It's a day. Like it's just, and even if it's not a full day, there's like a mental load, cognitive load that I have to like prepare
Yeah.
for, and then sit with.
Because
It is.
you can't go out if your hair is wet.
No, and it can't be half done. Like there's steps to the process, right? And like there are probably people that do love that for you. I am just not one of them.
Can't.
I am not one of them. We gotta wash, we gotta deep condition, we gotta detangle, we gotta like figure out what our style is gonna be. There's steps. My wrist gets sore. I gotta take a break.
Oh my God. Don't even get me started. Like sometimes if I do my hair after an upper body gym day, I'm so cooked. I'm cooked.
Right, right,
I'm
right.
weary.
Exactly. Exactly,
Oh my
exactly.
gosh. Okay, this is off topic, but there was this trend on social media where girls were like curling their hair, but they were like, let's make it a workout. And they were putting like those weighted like bangles on their arms that people use for Pilates and stuff. And I was like, why would you make something that's already hard even harder?
Mm-hmm. I don't
Girls
get
are
it.
not okay.
Not okay. Relax. Take that off. You already got to do your hair. That's enough labor.
It's enough.
It's enough labor.
It's enough. Any other random sensations you love or hate?
Probably, but I can't think of them. I'll catalog them and get back. Keep them on the running list.
Yes, I mean, this is a topic that we are sure to revisit
Hmm.
in coming episodes. Anything
For
else on your
sure.
mind?
I don't think so. This was fun. Had a good chuckle.
Good shuckle. This was a good one. That does it for episode 31. If you liked this episode, share it with your long distance best friend. Thanks for listening.
See you next time.
See ya.